Welcome back everyone to another No More Future. What a bleak title, not gonna lie. But yeah, last we left off, well, I'm not gonna say that anymore. Yeah, just don't forget to smash the subscribe button, like, comment. I don't really do well in introduction or saying goodbyes and whatnot. But yeah, let's get back to it. So I read this clearly, so I'm gonna skip that. Then again, isn't that true for all the conversations you've had on this bed? Yeah, I guess so. I just can't see the point of doing all of this. Or all this. I think that is the correct way. You hear the cat exhaling. You hear the cat exhaling a deep sigh as she rests her back on the nearby wall, a pleading expression on her face. I understand, really. I know there's a lot going through your mind right now, and that you're not prepared for this conversation. I mean, who does? Or who's prepared for this kind of conversation, right? It's like, what if God came down and said, you know what, you want a second chance? Like, you keep your memories, but you can pick whatever, customize your life, pretty much. Other than, you know, your parents or your what, but the way you're gonna be born is gonna be customizable. That'll be interesting. Am I correct? Comment down below. What do you think? Would you prefer that, a second chance at life? I guess a lot of people would want or guarantee, or would want to have that kind of option. Okay, going back. At the same time, however, I can't really afford to slow down with you. I know you'd rather we introduce ourselves better first, or for me to explain what I'm trying to achieve here in more detail. But I have some questions I need to ask first, and sadly I can't skip out on them. Time is of the essence. I've got places to be, people to talk to, and plenty of work to do. I don't have much time, and truth to be told, she takes another deep breath as she addresses you once again. I'm not even supposed to be here right now. Interesting. So she's here with no authority, huh? Wait, what? That's it. You know what? Comment down below if you think like you've like done that, going to like private premises or going to an area where you were told you weren't allowed to be in. You're not quite sure what to do with this information. But then, of course, while I have the luxury of being late if I want, you unfortunately lack even that. There's no telling how much time you have left in this world, so you need to consider what you do with it wisely. We can use it to have some regular chit-chat, of course, and then we can go our separate ways, having learned absolutely nothing. Or you could let me ask you a few more questions, even if they're a little off the rails, and maybe we'll both come out of this a little bit better off than we started. What's it gonna be? A little bit better off, as if there's anything she could do to make you feel any less miserable right now. Then again, it's not like you have a lot to lose from this. The alternative to this whole charade is lonely and an uncomfortable silence after all. Still, it's weird how she managed to answer all my questions so easily, even those I never even asked for. Ask her. Wow. Either she's extremely perceptive and good at what she does, or she can somehow read my mind. Let me move the mic a little bit. There. Hopefully. There we go. Just to be safe, better not think of anything inappropriate when she's around. Yeah, let me raise the mic a little bit, I guess. No, I think this is fine. This is very fine. All jokes aside, having pondered on it for long enough, you finally decide to answer the inquisitive Siamese. Is that the Siamese cat? Is this for real? Damn. I've seen some Siamese cats in the pet shop, in the adoption centers, or maybe just center, not really centers. Is this what the Siamese cat humanoid looks like? That's the question. With this art style. Fine, I guess I can endure a couple more questions if that's what it takes for you to start making some sense. Wonderful. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're still a weirdo, though. Ha! Weird doesn't even scratch it. But let's not open that can of worms just yet. So last question, then, as promised. I think that's improper. I'm trying to still adjust like where the mic position should go. The lady takes out the tablet from within her lab coat and makes as if to write something on it. What pronouns do you use? What pronouns? Are you kidding me? What does that even have to do with this? Look, I know it's stupid. Really stupid. But no matter how this conversation goes, I need to file a report once I get back. Company regulations require me to list your preferred pronouns somewhere in there. Something about avoiding potential lawsuits and things of the sort. If you ask me, it's just a load of bullshit meant to give the interns something to do, but what can you do? If you really don't want to answer, I can just write, no, it's fine. You still have no idea what any of this is for, but if this is what it takes for the feline to start talking. Sorry for the background noise. All things considered, it could have been far worse, for sure. If you really have to use them, I go by they. No, I'm joking. I'm more of a he, him kind of guy. Not even a second later, and the Siamese has already finished typing that down on her tablet. Alright, I'll be sure to remember that too. I'll hold you to it. Got any more surveys you want me to take before you finally tell me what in the world you're doing here? Usually people charge money to give their private info out like this, you know? Ha! Fair enough. Don't worry, you'll be compensated for the time you're lending me more than enough, trust me. And yes, as a matter of fact, we're done with the boring part. Now let's get to the real meat of the discussion, shall we? Oh, there's a point to all this? I was starting to think you were asking me all those questions for shits and giggles. Nah, that stuff was just regular office bureaucracy. Oh my god, bureaucracy. I'm having a you know, the bullshit that justifies the jobs of clerks all over the world. No. How about I ask you a real question? The woman leans over the railing of the bed, a sly smile on her lips. You can't help but feel slightly uncomfortable at her sudden nearness for some reason. Have you ever heard of synthetics? Well, that's certainly not what you expect her to ask, not with that excited over-the-moon face anyway. Regardless, even now, you have no idea just what in the world she's talking about. She mentioned those synthetics again, a term that you feel as though you should remember. You try to scrounge up the little info you have on them off the top of your head, wondering why the feline seems so interested in them. I think I heard about them once, maybe in the video news, or somewhere on the web. Can't say I know the topic all that well though. Seeing as though you seem ill-informed on the topic, the cat steps in to answer your doubts. It's our latest science project over the labs, and one I directly oversee. We've been disclosing more and more info on it recently, but it's no wonder someone who was stuck in a hospital for half a year like you doesn't know about it. To put it simply, synthetics are bionic constructs made of both organic parts, yeah. Artificially made, of course, and mechanical ones. They're humanoid androids built to resemble and operate as if they were real human. So basically, they're just artificial bodies for AIs with extra steps. That doesn't sound all that impressive. The technology's been out for a few decades at least. It has, hasn't it? I would know. We were the ones who first came up with it, after all. They were, now you remember. Pandora Laboratories, a subsidiary of the Pandora Corporation, specialized in high-tech R&D in the fields of robotics and software engineering. The vast majority of the most groundbreaking inventions of the last century were credited exclusively to them. You recall learning that in the midst of researching a topic for a high school project, who could have guessed that those seemingly trivial pieces of information you gathered back then would have become useful right now? As you ponder on that, you hear the feline nonchalantly continue her explanation. The technology is nothing new, you're right about that, as far as AIs are concerned at least. Sure, we've been able to house artificial minds within artificial bodies for decades. But what about real minds? Wait, so you're gonna upload my consciousness into a artificial body, or is it a mixture of biological, or rather organic, and artificial body parts? Comment down below, would you like that? Some synthetic, it'd be like cyberpunk pretty much. Wait, real what now? There's no way you heard that right. You reason, and yet the cat continues with her spiel as if you did. Spiel. Human bodies aren't built to last, as you're quite clearly well aware. Over the course of time, we lose our youth, our beauty, our limbs, our sanity. And ultimately, we're doomed to lose our very lives. But machines, they don't suffer from the same issues. They can continue to operate on and on and on, and repairing them is way faster, cheaper, and easier. In theory, through adequate upgrades and maintenance, even a computer from 100 years ago can continue to be useful in 1,000. I guess you could say that. That's debatable. What if we could just transfer our consciousness into a computer ourselves? That is what synthetics are truly for, my good man. Well, that escalated quickly. You can't help but chuckle as you try to process all the woman has shared with you so far. Right. How much alcohol did you drink on the way here? The cat evades your sudden jab with the finesse of a cheetah. Huh, interesting question. I'd say about half a cup worth of vodka, mixed with a little bit of lemon juice and garlic chips. Yeah, that sounds about it. Garlic chips? Hey, don't judge my taste. I'll have you know I perfected my secret brew over many decades of experimentation. Sounds like a lot of time for trial and error, mostly error given her description. Suddenly you wish the two of you were just a little bit more spread out from each other. Either way, this is hardly relevant information right now. Yeah, well, as fun as this conversation has been so far, I can't help but feel that, you're kinda insane. The fun kind, but insane nonetheless. For sure, if anyone could attempt a project like this, it'd be Pandora. Even so, you're pretty confident not even they could successfully pull this off. Allowing people to transfer their minds into a circuit board, escape death like forever, it sounds like something straight out of science fiction. Before you can relay any of that to the serious-looking cat, however, she immediately shuts you down. Here, take a look at our latest models. Without another word, Mary hands you the tablet where she previously wrote down her personal data and invites you to take a look. There's an image plastered on the high-quality screen of a lizardess robot laying motionless within a complex tube-like contraption. It's definitely unlike any robot you've ever seen. Its shape, anatomy, the way the joints are seamlessly connected with one another. It almost feels like there's an actual human in front of you, mechanical parts and unorthodox designs aside. It kind of looks like a giant lizard, or maybe a wingless dragon with its sinuous body, powerful looking limbs, and long tail. What truly catches your attention, however, is its face, or rather its eyes, which are replaced with an LED-like visor that doesn't let you see beyond its cold black exterior. At the very least, it doesn't seem like the doctor is lying about the android's existence. Without even thinking about it, you make a swiping motion at the screen with your finger, revealing another image right after it. It's not much, just an image of the prototype taken from a different angle. However, it's enough to prod your interest even further. You keep flickering your fingers on the screen, moving from image to image at ludicrous speed. There are dozens, no, hundreds of them. There are different models, some that even look more mammalian than reptilian. And some of the photos were even taken in completely different environments than the first. The more you see, the more certain you become. These images aren't fake. This isn't some sort of elaborate prank. And Mary over there isn't lying to you. As ridiculous and nonsensical as this seems, synthetics do exist. You put down the tablet for a moment and turn to face Mary, and there we go. My doggy is going ham on the neighborhood dog. Sorry about that, everybody. You put down the tablet for a moment and turn to face Mary, whose large smile betrays her pride and confidence in her work. Interesting. You wonder how long she's been looking at you like that while you perused the tablet. After a few seconds spent reorganizing your thoughts, you finally manage to ask $1 million question. Do they actually work? She chuckles at your query, having likely expected you to ask at some point or another. A few more slides to the right, if you will. You do as the woman instructed, and what awaits makes your heart skip a beat. A video of one of those machines walking around on its hind legs, ordering coffee from a vending machine, seemingly without a care in the world. It cheerfully drinks a hot beverage alongside what seems to be a researcher, conversing amiably with them just like a human would. What a strange voice it has. It's a little different from a human's, but you can't tell how. Regardless, somehow, it still feels human enough. The way it speaks, its tone, its emotion, this isn't just another AI. At least not a C grade or even a B grade AI. This is on a completely different level from anything you've ever experienced. So that's a walking, talking, and a very happy synthetic. Our first real success after decades of experimentation and prototyping. So what do you think? Unbelievable, am I right? Unbelievable indeed, and yet it's right there in front of your eyes. A dream, a vision taken shape and form. Although you lack all the pieces of the puzzle, you start to feel the faint light of hope shining within your mind once more. And yet the pragmatic side of your brain still isn't fully convinced. It laughs and scoffs at what it sees, ever so reluctant to relinquish the fear and despair that it now knows so dearly. So you want to stuff me inside one of those shiny walking computers. I'll end it right here. We're 16 minutes in. I don't want to overstretch this video. Other than that, thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe, like, comment, watch this video or watch my other videos. You can watch this part in the playlist down below. I hopefully added in the description. Other than that, thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay well. Yeah, goodbye.